Hey, how are you? It's me, it's Feltz, coming back at you with another high-quality tier list video. This one's simply just about what jobs I think are fun. It's going to be a pretty short video, but it's just something I've been enjoying making these tier list videos a few times over now. This is going to be like my third one. It's not super high-quality content, but that's what like all the playthroughs and edited videos are for on the channel. These are just kind of like opinion fluff pieces, for lack of a better word, if you can like equate this to reporting. But yeah, let's just do a fluff piece. Jobs I think are fun. Reaper. S tier. Insanely fun. I love turning into a chainsaw every 2 minutes. I do love the triple and shroud window that you pot. I use a potion for. But even without that, even if you're doing 2 in burst, 1 outside of burst, Reaper is still a super fun job. Highly recommended in terms of just the fun factor. Land optimization's a little tricky, gauge management's a little tricky, but like, yeah, it's fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite jobs to just kind of take in when I want to play a melee. Same as Dragoon. Both of the aiming jobs are just S tier melees for me. I love them so much. There's gonna be more melees than you'd expect in S tier, just because I'm a melee main, so to speak. But it's not gonna be an entirely S tier like enjoyability list. I will shove some stuff in A tier. Like for example, Ninja. Fun, not amazing, just mostly fun. Solid A tier job. Pretty busy, and that kind of keeps it from being S tier. If I'm off my game, it can feel kind of frustrating. Same goes... Samurai is sitting A tier for now. I actually really like the job at the moment, even though I hate the chitin removal. If I get used to that, I might like it more. I'm just melded for it wrong, so I played a really janky skill speed because of Monk. So it's just kind of sitting here. Monk's just not Monk, sorry. Samurai's just a little off for me as a job. The filler phases really mess with my head a bit and prevent me from like feeling comfy, like the job's flowing. I always feel a little lost. So it kind of sits A tier. I do like it a lot. Like I said, this is going to be a very melee biased list. I love melees. Monk, S tier. I think it's actually the best it's ever been. I love the Masterful Blitz burst windows. I love the 2-minute windows. I think it's just a super fun job. Crazy good. Love it to death. Let's see, Fizz ranged. Fizz ranged aren't going to rate very highly. Machinist is probably going to be B tier. This is actually my second attempt at recording this. I put Machinist A tier last time, but I realized I'm just not a huge Fizz ranged player. And even though Machinist is my favorite, it's still not going to be above B tier. It's fun, but like, only when I feel like being lazy, if that makes sense. So by that definition, I should probably rate it a bit higher, but like, it can sit there, it'll be fine. Dancer. Sorry. I don't like Dancer. It's not like super fun. Honestly, I think I'm actually gonna lower it all the way down to D tier. This is a personal enjoyment thing. I can't actually think of the last time I played Dancer since Endwalker launched, and I got it to 90. I personally don't think the job is super fun right now. And that's why you never see me play it. Bard, solid C tier. It's a little better than Dancer. Not quite as easy going and free as Machinist. Some of the reasons the jobs are like this is that jobs that have party buffs, or party buffs in general, are typically going to be ranked a tiny bit lower than others because I feel like I need to hit my buffs on cooldown and use them properly to buff my party. Compared to like Dragoon, where like the whole thing is like, screw it, buff yourself, or that's how it used to be. Technically it's changed, but like that's still my mentality. Monk simply gets an S tier because it's fucking fun. My god. Alright, casters. Fun levels. I'm reminding you this is a purely fun-based tier list. Summoners B tier. It kind of sits in that same category as Machinist in terms of like, it's kind of like I just kind of want to play something, whatever, I'll hop on this job. I actually really like Spell Speed Summoner, and if I'd gotten more chances to play it this tier, it'd probably be ranked a bit higher. But for now, it's just going to sit at a solid B tier, kind of middle of the road. Don't super love it. Will play it when I don't know what else to play. Not something I actively avoid playing. Black Mage... Okay, so this is going to be like a shocker, because you're like, wait a minute, Felt, you've said you've loved Black Mage as a job. I do. I love it because it challenges me, not because I think it's a super enjoyable job in terms of like, if I want to do new content or something kind of easy and I just want to pick up a job and go throw myself at it, I'm not going to pick Black Mage most of the time. It's something that I love to optimize on, and I love the challenge and the thought process of, but pure unadulterated fun. I need to basically be in BIS to get there, so it kind of has to sit lower on the tier list. And I think I'm being mean to it, if that makes sense, to set it down so low here, but like, I don't know. We'll see Black Mage. I'll try again next tier. This tier wasn't very Black Mage friendly, to be fair. So many times your leylands got interrupted. Ugh. Red Mage, C tier. Kind of with Bard. Kind of the exact same mentality as Bard. Like, the casters mirror the Fizz ranged, honestly. In terms of, like, they're fun, but it's the same butts. Just don't like the way the job flows right now, personal preference. Just kind of busy and all about optimization. A little more free-flowing, but a little too worried about party buffs. Very free-flowing, you're kind of all about yourself, but still not super favorite. Healers. Sage. S tier. I don't cast GCD heals on this job. S tier. I owe GCD my little heart out, and by God do I love it, even in Savage. It's my favorite designed healer right now in terms of personal preference. I realize that I need to be very smart about my button usage in fights that require heavy healing, because Sage doesn't really have a ton of burst heal options after you use your cooldowns. Like, it's not like White Mage where you can just kind of hit Cure 3 and bam, big ass heal, or hit Medica 2 and really long range AoE heal. Like, your shields are kind of wimpy compared to like Scholar. But like, that doesn't take away the fun factor. I think it's super fun. I think Phlegma is great. I think Numa is amazing. Zoe Numa is the most satisfying heal in the game, don't at me. And in dungeons, it feels like you are the tank. You mitigate so heavily for your tank in dungeons. Like, they constantly have a 10% mid up from you, or you're shielding them so heavily with Haima and Panhaima that they just don't take enough damage for you to even give a shit. S tier, super fun. Astro, get out of here. I don't like you. You have a lot of button bloat. You have a lot of button presses. You're very awkward. I just genuinely don't think you're a fun job to play right now. White Mage, A tier. Holy spam in dungeons, fun. Glare spam in trials, eh. And EXs and savages and shit. Lily management, really good right now. I think it's actually feeling a lot better than it has been feeling. Especially since it's now like mana neutral and DPS neutral. Scholar, C tier. Don't like it that much. I think if I practiced it more, I'd put Scholar higher, but personal opinion, I just don't like it that much. A lot of these tanks are going in A tier. You'd expect a Dark Knight to be an S tier, but nah. I enjoy it, but like, tanking this tier has like slowly become less and less fun to me. I don't know if it's because I've been getting paired with a bunch of bad tanks. Just been having personal difficulties tanking, or just like felt like I've been kind of like quote unquote falling off the tank train and just wanting to go back to DPS, but I don't know. Dark Knight's my favorite tank. And like in terms of job enjoyability, it is by far the top of the A tier. These are mostly in order at the moment. I'll fix them in a second. It's top of the A tier, but like I can't put it in the same tier as the others, you know? And for Warrior. Warrior, I love to Unga my Bunga. I love to front flip with Primal Rend, but like, you know, solid A tier. Don't get ahead of yourself, Warrior. You're good, you're not that good. Paladin, get out of here. Ever since I started doing Paladin in one of my prog groups, or Savage groups, or Statics, I realized how much I dislike the job's current state and how unfun that is to me, and how much I would rather just, like, not play heckin' Paladin. I don't know. It grew on me a lot for a really big period of time, and then I hit, like, hard drop-off, so to speak. I think P3S kind of killed it, because P3S is such an awkward fight, and I realized I just have such a little grasp over how to play Paladin. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't super enjoy that job that much. I never put that much time into learning it. I just kind of play it because it's easy, which is true. It was easier than Gunbreaker, which is getting a solid B tier. I'll play it when I have to. As you can see, like, this is the order that I like choose to play my tanks in right now, too. Dark Knight first and foremost, Warrior after, then Gunbreaker. I'm pretty sure this is how I ranked them in my tanking video, too, so that's pretty accurate. Gunbreaker's fine. Its cartridge management makes it a bit of a pain in the ass, and I always feel frustrated when I just fuck up my cartridge management. Especially if I screw up a GCD because I'm just having an off night. Or my GCD drops because of, you know, just weird No Mercy window jankiness. But yeah, this is my general enjoyability tier list. Now let's clean it up in terms of, like, raw enjoyment. Dragoon's actually bottom of the S tier. I want to point out left is the top, like most fun. Right is the bottom, least fun within each tier. Dragoon is actually my least favorite of the S tier right now. It's gotten really busy in Endwalker. While I like it, it sits a little low. I'd actually rank Sage above Monk right now. But not by much. They're pretty even. Monk is a really comfy job for me at the moment because I've gotten so comfortable with it, progging the whole fucking tier on it. But I just really like Sage a lot. A tier. I'm probably gonna put Ninja down like... Sure. Let's just shift it like this. Samurai's a little more comfy for Ninja than me. I like Ninja. I'll play it in like any group that takes me. But I think it's probably my least favorite of the melees right now, with Samurai kind of almost tying it. B tier. Pretty much like that. Summoner is most likely the job to go to in that tier, followed by Machinist and then Gunbreaker. C tier, pretty much accurate. Bard, Mage, Scholar in terms of like enjoyment / would I grab that job. D tier, you need a bit of a shake-up. There we go. Not that much of a shake-up, but like, of the ones I enjoy the most, it's Black Mage. Of these, the one I enjoy the most is Black Mage, and God, I don't want to play Astro. I don't think that job's in a good spot. I don't think it's fun. I think it's got bottom bloat. I think it's got so many problems. But this is just a random fun video that's basically an opinion piece of like, these are more or less my left to right, read like a book, top to bottom, most enjoyable jobs in 14. You might be surprised to see Reaper all the way at the top, but I've kind of re-fallen in love with Reaper at the end of this tier here, and it might be my main melee going forwards. But we'll see. I don't know. Monk is still just top tier. I think I just enjoy Reaper a lot because of it not being Monk, and I did Monk this whole tier. My opinion obviously changes on how much I've burned out and played a job. So even though I went crazy and almost burned myself out on playing Monk, it's still very top of my tier list. But yeah, thanks for hanging and watching. This has just been a random tier list video just for funsies. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out and chilling and vibing. Hope you enjoyed the music, which is just Neath Dark Waters. It's the music from Shadowbringers. I'm not going to spoil that. Yeah, leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, comment if you have opinions, and subscribe if you want to see more. I hope to catch you in the next one.